Hello everyone, welcome to Legal Darshan. This is case number 59 in the list of AOR leading cases going by the title KEISHAM Meghachandra Singh versus the Honorable Speaker Manipur Legislative Assembly. It is being decided by a three-judge bench comprising of Justice Nariman, Justice Anirudh Bose and Justice V. Ramasubramanian. Now this case is related to the 10th schedule of the Indian Constitution, and the 10th schedule provides remedy in case of defection by the elected members of parliament or MLAs. Now, in March 2017, Manipur Assembly elections produced no clear majority, when Congress won 28 seats and BJP won 21 seats out of 60, and therefore 13 Congress MLAs switched and joined the BJP-led government and of also taking the ministerial positions. Now, what happens is that a petition under 10 schedule is filed before the speaker, and the speaker is not taking action for a prolonged period of time. So, writ petition lies in the Manipur High Court seeking a directive. But because a broader constitutional debate was in questions, the reference is made to the Supreme Court. Now, the question is, does the speaker's inaction in defection petition violates his constitutional duty under the 10th schedule? Can court direct the speaker to decide such petitions within a reasonable time? And whether the judicial intervention on delay violates Kihoto Holohan's pre-decisional immunity. That is what this judgment is looking into. So, on the first question, that whether speaker speaker violate constitutional duty when he does not take any action in defection petition, the court is saying here in that speaker acts as a tribunal. Speaker is acting as a tribunal when it is deciding the cases relating to defection and anti-defection under 10th schedule of the Indian Constitution. The court herein is saying that failing to act is not immune from judicial review because no formal decision has been taken, and delay itself is a denial of the remedy the 10th schedule intends to guarantee. Now, court herein is issuing direction that courts may direct the speaker to decide such petition within a fixed time frame without infringing upon legislative domain or speaker's neutrality. Now, the question arises that if the courts can issue directives, isn't it going against the principle established in Kihoto Holohan that judicial intervention should not be there? The quia timid doctrine, or quia timid doctrine, however you want to pronounce, it is basically that the quia timid doctrine here is in consideration. Quia timid doctrine is a Latin phrase which means that a preemptive action or injunction um, which can be taken to prevent an anticipated harm before it happens. Now, in Kihoto Holohan, it was clarified that courts should not interfere with the speaker's decision-making process before the decision is actually taken. Now, this is what is known as pre-decisional immunity. But the courts in this case, Meghachandra case, court is clarifying that our verdict is not contradicting with Kihoto Holohan, and neither Kihoto Holohan is barring judicial intervention when the speaker is not even taking the action herein. So the constitutional bench, so the three judges bench in this decision is clarifying that quia timid doctrine does not apply per se when the speaker is failing to decide the disqualification proceeding altogether. It is he's failing to decide the disqualification petition itself. The delay amounts to inaction and is justiciable. Okay, so now the court is drawing a distinction between Kihoto Holohan as well. Kihoto Holohan, according to court, is protecting the speaker's discretion while making a decision, but it is not to protect the failure to act by the speaker. So when there is undue delay, it becomes the cause of constitutional concern and therefore allows judicial review to intervene. So judicial review is available as per the decision given in KEISHAM Meghachandra, saying that judicial review is available not only against wrong decision, but also against refusal to decide the defection petitions by the speaker, right? So herein, this position was taken by the courts and by the court, and it was held that courts are well within their powers under exercise of writ jurisdiction in 226 and 32 respectively to direct the speaker to act on disqualification petition. Moreover, the court also led a general standard time, that is a reasonable time is 3 months to decide the disqualification petition unless exceptional circumstances exist. So this is it which was held in this case. The bottom line is delay is not a procedural right of speaker, but rather it is a breach of constitutional duty imposed on him. That is it for the discussion. I hope the discussion is useful. For more such content, please stay tuned with us on Legal Darshan. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day.